Well, they're calling on players in the tunnel in the dressing room area. They won't be able to contain themselves. They want to get out, and here come the Balmain Tigers with Wayne Pearce leading with Laurie Nichols with him.
Stevie Edmund, Gary Freeman, Bruce Maguire, Andy Courier out to make Tigers. Pearce is going to rev up this side. 12 months ago they were disappointed. On the edge of a dream, the Tigers today, and now only 80 minutes away from realising it. Their chief executive, Keith Barnes, one of their all-time great players.
Wayne Pearce.
They hit the field, the Tigers.
Blocker Roach. Steve Edmund, Gary Freeman, Bruce Maguire. There's James.
Well, the Canberra side out of the dressing room. With plenty of nerves there. They've been here 2 years ago, or some of them have anyway. But this is the biggest moment in several of these players' football lives.
Michael Neal.
Very slowly making their way down the tunnel, slowly and deliberately, as the Balmain side has continued to be introduced to the crowd. Balmain first out. They get the first feel of that sun on their head.
Ladies and gentlemen,
noise from the crowd.
Canberra Raiders.
And now the Canberra Raiders make their way onto the Sydney Football Stadium, led by Mal Meninga. Todd O'Sullivan and Belcher, and then Chicken Ferguson and Glenn Lazarus following. Ricky Stewart, the halfback. What a key player he is. Gary Coyne, Lance, and the rest of them follow them out. So all players are now on the Sydney Football Stadium, and they'll want to get into that first tackle. That's what they want now.
Magnificent Mal. That's what he will have to be today. So will Stewart with the kicking game. Dean Lance maybe his last grand final. Big Glenn Lazarus up the middle to take on the forwards. And Wayne Pearce hoping for an ambition to win a grand final. The referee in the all-important grand final in '89 is Mr. Bill Harrigan. Great moment for him, his first grand final in first grade.
Well, Graham and Ian, I've seen a future Kangaroo player in the making if all goes well. After the last 6 weeks of the improvement in Glenn Lazarus has been absolutely astounding. He's won 2 of our Man of the Match awards and covered himself with glory, all brought about by somebody getting in his ear and telling him that he has to keep his hands in his pocket.
Well, anticipation is unbelievable. The crowd very anxiously waiting for the start of this game.
I'm getting edgy.
The crowd is restless. Both teams naturally the same.
Ladies and gentlemen, could we ask you all to be upstanding for the Australian national anthem? Here is Debbie Byrne.
Everyone stands as we wait for Debbie Byrne and the national anthem.
Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are young and free, with golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea, our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains then let us sing, advance Australia fair.
The national anthem beautifully sung by Debbie Byrne.
Debbie, thank you. Ladies and
See
gentlemen, a very
the
exciting
nerves showing in both the Balmain and Canberra sides during the national
have
anthem.
the time of his life. This is young Stephen Brennan from Brighton-Lee Sands. Give him a hand. He's won the Daily Mirror's competition to kick off at the grand final, and he's very nervous. So, Stephen, it's up to you, son.
Watch the ball.
Good boy. Ladies and gentlemen, grand final 89.
Big moment for Stephen Brennan. Nice kick from the young fella too. Very excited young man. But now, the butterflies still aren't settled for everybody. As Mal Meninga prepares to get the 1989 Grand Final underway, coming to you live all around Australia and New Zealand from the Sydney Football Stadium. Uninterrupted as Meninga gets the Grand Final underway. And Gary Jack will bring the football back for the Tigers and beat the first tackle and almost got to the quarter line. Now what can the Tigers do as Sirinen charges into the Canberra forwards. Big blocker Roach, bang, he goes down. Back for Elias. One bounce and it's there for Belcher. Hemmed in by Balmain defenders. Brasher's got him 32 metres out from the Canberra line. And the first penalty of the match goes to the Raiders. Who, me, sir?
Yes, you, sir. Yes, Carrier was all over him like the Black Plague there. He wouldn't get off. He kept on leaning on him. Look, the hands are still on him, even though he's trying to get up. So the State Bank replay early on shows us nerves.
So it's Stewart who will kick for touch. And he's able to find touch just inside the Balmain half. And Bill Anderson, do you agree that Ricky Stewart hasn't been kicking all that well in general play in the last few weeks?
No, he hasn't. It wouldn't surprise me if they mix their kicking game up with guys like Belcher and Meninga. Let's see what happens.
Away come the Canberra Raiders. Just 10 metres inside the Balmain half. It's vigorous defence coming in from Edmed. Stewart and O'Sullivan had to juggle it. Then ran into a wall of defenders.
An old dog for a hard road. He juggled the pass, so he didn't pass it.
Now Meninga. His kick sends Gary Jack into his in-goal area. And he's caught. Good chasing from the Canberra Raiders. 8 metres out from the Balmain line. O'Brien really wasn't expecting that football.
Incredibly dangerous pass near the line.
Now Pearce in a heap of trouble. Laurie Daly leading the defence. Now they're 10 metres out from their own line, the Tigers. Elias is a dummy half. Locker Roach down the blind side. Looks for a pass back inside. Found Elias. Canberra defence moving up very, very quickly. Freeman. Belcher bounced very awkwardly for him. In fact, Neal is able to pick it up for the Tigers. O'Brien had to juggle the pass from Neal, but he's inside the Canberra half. Boy, that was an awful bounce.
Well, it was a great bounce if you're a Balmain player. I can't see it being an awful bounce for anyone other than Canberra.
So the Raiders have it. 5 metres from the halfway mark. And that sun will cause all sorts of problems for those fellas who are going to catch this football. Roach has been called out.
He couldn't resist the moment. It was there, and he had to whack a little one in. I'm not arguing with it. I'm just suggesting that the referee was just a little bit too quick for him.
Well, Bill Harrigan laying the law down to him. So another Canberra penalty right on the halfway mark. And Stewart again will try to find touch. 2-0 the penalties to Canberra at this stage. Here's Todd. Lazarus straight ahead, reaches the corner line. Good strong run from him. Good position for the Raiders now. And they get to within 15 metres of the Balmain line, so some pressure now for the Tigers. Here's Stewart, finds O'Sullivan, then Meninga. Meninga bounces off one, got it back for Belcher. Belcher inside, beat another tackle, still going. He found support, across it comes, and it's... Oh, the Raiders have lost it. Dangerous stuff now as the Tigers kick ahead. Anderson and Coyne, but the referee, Bill Harrigan, standing way back inside the corner. He was waiting for an advantage. It didn't come. They still want to play on, but Bill Harrigan was way back inside the Balmain corner. They haven't heard the whistle. There's plenty of pushing and shoving. Everybody wants to get involved. He'll have to take control now, Harrigan.
Well, the referee was quite prepared to stop the play. This is 15-20 seconds ago. I can only suppose that the noise level down there on the ground is so horrendous that the players aren't hearing anything. I mean, this is well after the action. Here we're watching, this is after 15-20 seconds later that Harrigan wanted to stop the play. Bill Anderson, can you tell us anything about that noise level down there?
Well, the noise level's pretty high, Rex, but they've got reason to. There was a big opportunity there for Balmain. What happened? There was a knock-on. Harrigan played the advantage. The ball was kicked through. Finished up. There was no advantage, but this could well be a Canberra penalty.
If it is, Bill, it'll go against Gary Freeman, their halfback. Now, the warning for Steve Walters from Canberra, who ran in on the incident, which all that did was make it flare up even worse. Freeman with some apologies. What's he going to do? Penalty to Canberra.
Well, the penalty takes place about 15 yards in from the sideline. Meninga's indicated that he will take a kick at goal, or Canberra will. And this should be a relatively simple kick.
So in the early moments, Canberra enjoying the right end of the football field as far as territory is concerned on top of Balmain. Peter Sterling, I must admit, a couple of shaky passes from the Tigers close to their own line in the opening minutes.
Yes, I suppose so, Graham, but obviously grand final day does that to some players. I think Canberra started the game particularly well, and the man who looks dangerous and I thought may prove the difference, Gary Belcher, looks like he's in fine touch.
This man also, Mal Meninga, who's taking the kick, has handled the football a lot also, Peter Sterling.
Yes, well, you know, I think Mal's got to get in and get involved. He lifts the side when he does do that, and he's going to play a dominant role if he can get that involvement up to a high level.
So it'll be the skipper from Canberra, just outside the 22. 6 from 7 he managed in the final last week. Plenty of concentration. Will he draw first blood? No, it's waved away. No goal. The score remains 0-0 after just 7 minutes of play. Balmain come back to the quarter with the drop kick restart. Gary Jack looking for distance. Didn't meet it as well as he liked. He gets a great bounce though. It's going to roll right down into the end goal. Couldn't have been better, the end result. Belcher. Maguire down there quickly. He beats him. He gets out 8 metres away, ducked under a swinging arm. Now the Canberra Raiders to come up with all the work through their forwards. Look for the Tigers to swarm in here. Lazarus right up the middle. Sirenen, Roach and Elias take him on. Todd. They get outside the quarter. They've worked it away well. They'll look for a kick. Meninga has plenty of time. He kicks it in behind James Grant, and what a bounce for the Raiders.
Mal Meninga's really put on a beautiful kick there as we come into the shadows and the cameras adjust, the iris of the lens adjusts to it. You can see the big break, the left hand break, and over the sideline she went. A great kick, about a 50-metre gain.
Both packs get set for the first scrum of the grand final, and it's a Balmain win. Neil, the fullback, jackers into the line. Belcher, he comes up in defence as well. Switch blindside for Neil. Nobody's at home with the kick. James Grant's on the chase. It bounces infield for Stewart. He goes down the sideline where there's plenty of room. Beats Courier, wrapped up by Neil. Lance. Missing some tackles, the Tigers. It's probably just nerves. Now the Raiders go out over touch. The Tigers will get the feed.
Well, I don't expect to see a very experienced player like Lance allow himself to get bulldozed towards the sideline like that. That really is a bit of an aberration. That's a bad one.
So possession changes quickly again. Jack once more is up there. O'Sullivan's got him. 4 missed tackles from the Tigers. They're looking a little bit on edge. That pass was forward. Allowed to continue. Wayne Pearce plays it back for Maguire. right on the halfway line. Freeman. Edmed stands wide, steps infield, and goes inside the Canberra territory. The Tigers, first time they've been down here with the football. Roach is hammered by Lance. Great defence.
Brilliant tackle there by Lance, head on Roach, and he knew he'd been hit. He got up very quickly, even though he was hurt.
Tremendous stuff here at the football stadium. Grand final 89. The Raiders in possession, no marker, no dummy half.
Penalty to Balmain. Holding the player back. There was no dummy half on the Canberra side there. The player who played it had to look behind him. There was no dummy half moved in, as you'll see. It had to be Belcher come up from fullback, but there was a player held back. So Balmain come up with a penalty from wide out. That's Courier from about 22 metres out and about, well, just on the line there, you can see.
Courier has been kicking these sort of penalties with monotonous regularity right throughout this season for the Tigers.
I believe Belcher had a few words to say there, because he had to sprint like blazes to get into the position to be dummy half.
Andy Courier, 50 goals, 10 tries for 140 points. Not a bad season.
He missed the first 9 games or something, didn't he?
Missed a couple, yeah.
Yeah, the first 9 games.
So that's an extraordinary effort from Andy Courier.
Anyway, his being out here has been an advantage for the Balmain side, but it's also given us an insight into what one of the English centres will be, and we can make appropriate selections in relation to that.
So here's Courier almost on that junction of the 10-metre mark and the 22-metre line. Taking plenty of time, and why wouldn't he? Meninga missed one for the Raiders. And the Tigers' first penalty shot, and it's Courier's kick that is there. It was curling around, but it stayed in there, and that's the first points of the grand final to the Balmain Tigers. They lead Canberra by 2-0. And the Balmain fans at the Leagues Club rejoice. And Laurie Nichols here at the stadium rejoices. So the Raiders now 2 points behind. And Gary Jack comes away with it. 20 metres out from his own line. Here comes Roach down the blind side. How's it looking sideline, Bill?
Well, Canberra are pretty happy with the way they've started, particularly their marking offence. Here's another example of it. They're not letting the Balmain dummy halves run, and they're even getting out and knocking off the guys, bringing the ball up one off the ruck. That's good work.
O'Brien runs on the Maguire pass. Can't beat his opposite number, Matthew Wood. Freeman again works his winger. The kick ahead, Belcher well in front of the chase, but he's in all sorts of trouble now, but did very well to get back in the field of play.
Splendid football there by Belcher. That is really incredible stuff. Shows an enormous amount of agility. He's in the in-goal area, does the complete 360 there and gets right back and runs the way he'd come. Quite an incredible bit of manoeuvring.
Marvellous stuff from Belcher. Here comes Lazarus. He's a big, strong runner. Look at that. Player. Takes play over the quarter line. That's a fine effort. Now his other front row partner. And it's been intercepted. Grant's picked up the pass. It's a Balmain try. James Grant scores for the Tigers. An interception.
Well, that may well be the one that they'll look back at the end of the game and say, well, if they hadn't scored that one, just watch and see how it comes about. Brent Todd carried the ball up. He did very, very well. Got a pass away there at that point, and it was intercepted as it was just about to go to Ferguson. Well, Grant is no slouch on the toe, and he was able to go the 20 metres to score the try. Now, another angle on it. Brent Todd running cross-field, which is the cardinal sin for any footballer, particularly a front rower. And his pass to Ferguson was intercepted very low down by Grant. It was a good catch, a very good catch. We'll see it better on this one, I think. Now, watch it. Well, this is Grant coming to the end of the run. But anyway, I think you've seen just about clearly and concisely as we can portray it to you that this fellow's got reflexes like a cat, and that Brent Todd, the prop forward, should never have been running in that sideways mode and passed.
That was a beautiful pick-up from Grant.
Superb.
Down there his bootlaces, and he picked it up, and away he went. 10 tries for 1989.
And then Andy Curry is just...
Here it is again, Rex. Look how low down he had to go.
Look how low he had to go with one hand and scoop that in. That was a magnificent take. And Andy Curry is just about on the same mount as he was before.
Just about identical. Can he do it again? Concentration is amazing from Courier. As his sights set on it again. It's not such a flash kick, that one. So no extras for the Tigers here, but they still lead this grand final against Canberra 6-0.
Courier goes back to his position as Timmy Sheens wonders why the pass was made. And Canberra back with the restart. They were playing very well, and now that shock try. Balmain starting to climb into their top gear though. Looking dangerous down some short blindsides. Elias marshalling his troops as he goes to Roach. Maguire, dangerous pass taken by Brasher. Keen to spread this football. Jack. Just outside the Tigers' quarter line. Sirenen. Massive big charge. Now Roach picks up where Sirenen left off. Making it back out now towards halfway. Freeman on the last. The little chip kick for Brasher. Into the open spaces for him. Perfect! Great tackle. Great kick. Marvellous chasing and brilliant defence.
Beautiful kick by Freeman. Brasher ran straight onto it, and Belcher ran straight onto Freeman and laid him down.
Both these sides now really finding their mark in attack. Struggling a little bit in defence as some holes are opening up. Walters wrapped up by Elias. Looked like it might have been a hit of a knock-on in the play of the ball. Harrigan said no. Stewart just has time to get the kick in. It'll bounce easily for Gary Jack and plenty of space to bring it back. Crash to the ground in a marvellous tackle from Meninga. What a hit.
Gee whiz. We're going to show you all these things on the action replay. You'll never stop. But Meninga flattened Jack there with a superb stop tackle.
It is all happening in brilliant sunshine. Hot conditions for the players, but they're turning it on. Coyne. 6-0 to the Tigers. Lance, quick hands for Clyde. He slips as he met Pearce. Wrapped up by Ed Med, finished off by Sirenen. Stewart goes wide. O'Sullivan belches in, looking for Daly. They've got an overlap here. Stops and starts for Ferguson. Ducks one, ducks another. Still going, ducks a third.
Incredible run.
The Raiders looking to hit back. Stewart shaped a kick. Meninga, long ball out for Wood. He stretches it, kicks into the end goal. He chases his own kick, it sits up. Elias will run it dead. They'll get possession back, the Raiders.
Well, they can't keep this pace up, that is for sure. A player will have a heart attack out there in this heat with this pace. The game, no human body was designed to go around as quickly as this.
Peter Sterling, I said they're both hitting top gear in attack. Well, Peter Sterling, I'm just saying they're both hitting top gear in attack.
Yeah, they're just both exciting football teams to watch, aren't they? And, you know, you give them half a yard and they can turn it into 6 points. Even though Balmain is 6 in front, I believe Canberra probably started the game that little bit better. And, you know, it won't take long for them to get back into this.
Belcher already made his mark. Number of great plays. Possession held very even. Now the Raiders take it away through Lazarus. They've been hitting it up strongly in the forwards, both teams. Short blindside for Coyne. Walters, dummy runner for Clyde. Inside the quarter. They are lined deep to the right. This great back line from the Green Machine. O'Sullivan, little chip came off the knee of Wayne Pearce. He regathers the football. No, he doesn't. 6 more tackles. The Raiders, Daly. Clyde! Still going, Clyde! big run, 10 metres out. They are launching themselves, Canberra. Stewart, O'Sullivan, Meninga, pushes off Brasher. There's Belcher. He couldn't get it to Wood. All it had to be was a clean pass and he would have scored.
Superb stuff here. Meninga tried desperately hard to get that pass to Belcher, and Belcher tried equally hard to get it out to Wood, but he couldn't control it. He was hit by a defender almost immediately. Frantic football at the moment, absolutely frantic.
Yeah, dramatic stuff at the stadium. How awesome that Canberra backline looked as Freeman gets attention on the field. And that Canberra backline was really stretched out deep. Frightening sight for the defence. Balmain came up with the scrum win. Neil it was who fed it while Freeman is down receiving attention. Well, there's the missed tackle count. The Tigers still have missed 9 compared to only 2 by the Raiders as Edmed runs into trouble. They're 30 metres out from their own line as Elias runs from dummy half and very nearly lost the football. Now it's back for Neil. Open spaces, no one at home. Ferguson comes back to retrieve. He's got Belcher with him and links up with the fullback now. Brasher's got him. So Belcher plays it just outside the quarter. Coyne runs from dummy half. Runs into a big hit from Siren, and as Freeman is back to his feet trying to get back into the play, Dean Lance. Now here comes Lazarus. Straight ahead, geez, a strong player. Back for Meninga. And this is straight down Gary Jack's throat.
Great positional play by Jack. He knows exactly where to be.
And, oh, geez, Bradley Clyde came across and just flattened Gary Jack, who's been hit hard a couple of times so far in this grand final. So Freeman got it away. Just on their own quarter. Here's Edmed. Lance and Walters. And Todd there to put him down. Freeman. Cross for Neil. And then on to Brasher. Great tackle. Beautiful tackle from Mal Meninga on Tim Brasher. Copybook stuff. Now here's Elias. His kick is down for John Ferguson. 2 bounces and Chicker has it. Can he get around James Grant? No, he can't. 10 metres from the halfway mark. Cross for Belcher, then on to Stewart, then O'Sullivan. The inside pass for Meninga, and Big Mal very nearly got through. But Pearce around his ankles. Great tackle again. Wayne Pearce on Bradley Clyde. Lazarus up to on a pass that looks suspiciously forward. Now Stewart. O'Brien can't get there.
We are seeing a game of rugby league that has pretty near every conceivable aspect of it going 100%. The kicking game is pretty useful. The running of all of these footballers is just incredible. I cannot believe they can keep going in this heat.
So Freeman works a scrum for the Tigers. Here's Gary Jack. Caught by O'Sullivan. Belcher in there to assist. Pearce is able to stand and offload. Korea will play it just outside his own quarter. Here's Edmed. Nowhere to go there. Handling errors. Well, the Raiders have made 3 of them. Balmain have played the perfect game as far as handling is concerned so far. Mind you, they probably need to, the way this Canberra side can capitalise on handling errors. Down for Belcher. Gary Belcher, who's really, every time he's injected himself into the back line, he's looked dangerous, and he's done well to stay in too. Clyde runs into Edmed. Stewart. Now Meninga. And Meninga again kicks straight to Gary Jack, who hardly had to move to take that kick. Jack pulled down
He really jackknifed Jack, didn't he?
He sure did. Now Neil runs into trouble. 5 metres from the halfway mark. Maguire, big one, is able to offload, but Pearce can't take it any further. The defence was there waiting for him. Roach inside pass for Sirenen. A one-hander was meant for Freeman, who couldn't take it. There's been a knock-on and a penalty has gone to Canberra.
Yes, I think that's the right decision there. Freeman was quite clearly holding on to one of the Canberra players who was trying to get the football. There was O'Sullivan. He had his hands on him, pulling him back before. Just one of those things that wasn't a particularly dirty play or anything like that. But Balmain is showing a great ability and a great idea of wanting to move the ball around. They're constantly moving the ball. I didn't think they'd played like that.
And this grand final is really opening up, Rex. It's a classic so far in the first half. Hope you're enjoying it right around Australia on 10 Sports Action and around the world throughout Europe, New Zealand. Lazarus. Canberra still searching for this try to bounce back. Stewart. O'Sullivan. Lance. Dummying to the blind side, opening up. Right up the middle for Clyde. He has been a handful. He unloaded the football. Walters will play it 11 metres away. They have threatened more than once. Belcher sneaks it. Millie. Now Walters. Inches away. Unbelievable. A coat of paint in that try. Stewart. Pass around the back. Still knocks it back for Meninga. Long ball. They've got numbers. Surely. Daly, up the middle, last tackle, he kicks, he's been tackled, it's a penalty in front of the post.
Well, the state back replay will show what the referee has seen and what he's penalised for. Daly's kick ahead there was ricocheted off a Balmain player, but he was put down and the referee has adjudicated on that, and the penalty has gone to the Canberra side, only about 9 metres out and almost directly in front. Let's have another look. He evaded a pretty useful stiff arm there too. That was although it was a situation where he'd actually stepped and changed direction, that player can feel himself a little bit lucky that he is still on the football field, at least for 5 minutes.
You've got to hand it to the Balmain defence. This green machine have been raiding away. Meninga missed with his first attempt, but the Tigers have hung on in some desperate situations. Some running repairs for Elias and Maguire. Benny Elias flat on his back. Now the touch judges have come in. A trainer trying to put off the goal kicker in front of the posts. A warning from the trainer to leave the field immediately.
Quite right. Quite right.
The crowd don't like it. Well, certainly not within the feeling and the attitude of a grand final.
I just hope he wasn't sent out there at that particular moment by an official to do that.
There's still 2 trainers on the field with Courier. Meninga 11 metres out, right in front of the posts to get them on the board. They're on the board in the grand final of '89, and that will give them some joy. 6-2. It gives their fans at the Raiders Leagues Club in Canberra some joy too. Meninga back to his position. Peter Sterling, how do you see it?
Well, you know, it's still a toss of a coin down here. Both sides playing pretty much to their potential. I still like the way Canberra started off, you know, even though that intercept tried to go against them early. They're doing everything right, and Gary Belcher, he's the man.
Belcher and Meninga have been involved in everything, so's Clyde. The ball just falls off the mound, gives the players some respite from this stunning pace of the grand final on a very hot day in Sydney. Trapped by Stewart for that man Belcher. Now Daly as they spread it to the outside for Ferguson. He'll go inside looking for a gap, finds one, stepping brilliantly. Great man, a fantastically well-balanced runner. Lance. Both sides have shown great ability to get play away from the danger zone of their own quarter line. Their play the balls have been fast. and their forwards have been running powerfully up the middle. Good kick from Canberra. Down for Jack, who's suffered some heavy tackles in this first half. Unloads beautifully for O'Brien, and he's wrapped up. Now the Tigers want to spread it, and quickly for Maguire. He steps in field, looks for Elias. The pass went anywhere. Pearce. A little bit sloppy from the Tigers, but they didn't pay for it the way Canberra did the pass from Todd. Now, Courier has a look and says something as he plays the football. Away for Sirenen, who spills it. So now it's Canberra. The heat is back on. 5-1 the penalty to the Raiders. The ball goes loose again for Wood.
A little bit of sloppy stuff from both sides, but who could blame them? The pace this game has been played at has been tremendous. It's the Raiders with the football just inside Balmain's half. Dean Lance runs into some trouble. Now Coyne. Walters from dummy half. He's able to link up with Bradley Clyde, who's kept it alive for Meninga. Meninga takes it inside the corner, got it away to Matthew Wood. And he's caught with some strong defence, only 12 metres away from the Tigers' line. What will they do now? The little kick ahead. Elias is back there, read it very well. And got the pass away as well. And a dangerous pass has been knocked on by James Grant. Oh, gee whiz. Sends your heart racing, doesn't it?
Yes, Courier desperately tried to get a pass away, but he was being harassed at the moment, and the ball went low down to Grant, who picked up that beautiful try a few moments ago, but he couldn't pick up that pass that came even lower to him. So the pressure's now on the Balmain team.
And they get the feed, and naturally with the feed they get the scrum win. Here's the danger man. Belcher got it away to Meninga. Meninga's still going. He's got it back for O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan runs into trouble about 15 metres away from the Balmain line. Laurie Daly goes to dummy half. He's given it away to Coyne. Dummy back inside. Got to within 8 metres, 5 metres or 6 metres away from the Balmain line. The Raiders with Todd. Todd goes hard. Pulled down 3 metres short. Danger time for the Tigers as the Raiders spread it wide now to Meninga. Meninga turned it back inside and then pulled down only 6 metres away. Dramatic stuff at the football stadium as Walters runs from dummy half. Pulled down on the 5th tackle, 2 metres short. It's still loose, picked up, but that'll be the 6th tackle. Oh, gee, desperate stuff from Balmain.
Great defence, great defence.
6-2, that score remains. They were called upon to do some they really have to search hard for some big defence. Now Edmed. Gee, Bill Anderson, they had to work hard then, the Tigers, to stop them.
They sure did. It's been a mammoth effort by Balmain in defence, but you can see that it's saturated some of their forwards. It took 3 rucks there to find Steve Rhodes to bring the ball up. Balmain's just got to get possession and control it a little bit better than they are. They're giving Canberra too much ball.
Sirenen is pulled down. Freeman. Mistake from Maguire. Raiders come up with the football. So the mistake's starting to creep into Balmain as they're very tired. Here's Meninga. Look back inside. Found Belcher. Belcher's given it back to Meninga. Out to Matthew Wood. Wood trying to get around Jack. He won't get him, Jack. Try. Try. No try. No try. Oh, how close.
Well, the head-on shot will have to be the shot we see here. That's the one my director's put up for you. Have a look at this. He's trying to get around Gary Jack, one of the smartest defensive players around, and a quite correct decision. The legs were dragged over the sideline. It's quite clearly no try. This is a great tackle by Gary Jack. He gets Matthew Wood's legs over the sideline before the corner flag is taken.
Tremendous, tremendous action here in this grand final at the football stadium. Wherever you're watching around Australia, around the world, hope you're enjoying it as McNeil runs away with the football. Just about made the quarter line. Elias can't beat the green machine in defence. Todd and Lazarus there to pull him down. Here's Edmed. Straight up the middle goes the big fella. Now Elias again. Got it away from Maguire. 5 tackles gone for the Balmain Tigers. Elias. Belcher waiting for it in his own quarter. Neil is there to chase him. Neil got him. Good chasing from McNeil. Ferguson comes into dummy half. He's given it away to Stewart. And then out for O'Sullivan. Straight across field, in fact, backwards goes O'Sullivan before he's run into trouble. And he's pulled down just outside the quarter. Meninga. Back for Stewart. Now Lazarus straight ahead. Another good run from the big prop. Lance. He had support too. Was able to get that pass away for Bradley Clyde. Last tackle for the Raiders as Stewart puts his boot to the ball. Sends Gary Jack way back to his own goal line. Jack. Great tackle. Mal Meninga again brought Jack down with a beautiful tackle.
The Balmain forwards are taking a long time to get back. They have been called upon for a big performance in defence. They've only just got back now on the second and third tackle. Wayne Pearce, one of the fittest men in the game, start reaching into the record books already. This is a classic, one of the greatest grand final openings of all time. There's the possession held. Canberra have had the majority. The two best teams in 1989 are putting on a brilliant display. The flick from Elias. Edmed, not out of the copybook, gets its job done down to Belcher. Right on halfway and right in centre field. Knocked out of the hands of Walters. It's come free for Balmain. Could be a turning point.
It's a sloppy bit of work from Walters.
The Raiders have had all the attack in the last 10 minutes. Now, just before half-time, here comes Sirinen. It's 6-2 to the Tigers. Freeman goes blindside for Pearce. He throws it away over the sideline.
Yes, well, one of the errors, the rare errors, and a serious error for Balmain, because they haven't had, as Graham has told you, a whole lot of possession in the last 10 minutes. This is a Canberra side that's fairly precise with what they're doing.
Stewart feeds the scrum. Harrigan wants it again. Back the two little halves come after a little bit of a dispute, which is ongoing. O'Sullivan. Stewart flicks it inside for Belcher. There is 3 minutes before half-time. Todd, he and Lazarus have been outstanding in the forwards. Here comes his front row partner now, and again he makes good yardage up the middle of the ruck. They go to the back line. Meninga, long ball out for Ferguson. Again he steps infield. Again he's elusive. He's not gaining too much yardage, but they are having difficulty putting down first time. Stewart will cross kick for the touch line, bouncing over the head of little Michael Neal and bouncing into touch magnificently.
Yeah, well, Stewart's limping as he's after he kicked that, but the bounce on the high bounce went over Neal's head. He had no way of ever getting to it, and he probably wisely didn't try, because it would have been coming off his hand. It would have been a Canberra feed.
2 minutes before half-time. Benny Elias we saw on the flat of his back earlier in the first half. Bill Anderson, I know you've had your eye on him.
He's not well at all, Graham. Very slow to get to scrums and slow to play the balls. He's a terrific competitor, Benny, but you can see from there, like he pushed out a dummy half. He'd have been trying to break that tackle, but he just had to submit. That's a real worry for the Tigers, but he's a gutsy performer.
I doubt if you'll see him leave the field under his own volition. Freeman. Big 6 tackles. 60 seconds, nearly 90 seconds, I should say, to go. As Balmain play it back for Elias. Short blindside, they've got some room. Courier's quick. Gets the kick in over the head of Belcher. Bouncing, and Grant's there. He passes infield for Courier. This will be incredible. Sirinen charging, charging. They won't stop him. What a try. What a rugby league try in a grand final. The bounce favoured the Tigers.
Elias started it, slipped it away to Roach with one of those little backhand flips. It went out to Courier on the blind side. Up it went in the air. He was pushed over the sideline. The kick was evasive of Belcher, bounced on its point and came back as a rugby league ball will do. Grant was able to get to it. He spun it back inside to Courier. Courier found that Surinam was on his left and moving fast, and that was the option he chose. He had McNeil there. He could have probably given him the ball, but he decided to give it to Surinam. Now here's the kick from Courier, and it was quite correctly done. He wasn't over the sideline at the time. That was something I was watching there, just to see if the touch judge. Now look at that swine of a bounce for Belcher, who's been the best player on the football field, in my view, at this point. Got the pass back inside to Courier, who's ineffectively tackled, and there was Surinam. Now that's a stride and a half to see that coming up on the outside of it, as big as a draft horse and as fast as your ordinary hack, and there he was going. 24, a policeman. I wouldn't have anything to do with him if I was in trouble. Nothing at all to do with him.
6 tries for Big Ciro in '89. In grand finals, both sides need luck. 1 from 2 for Courier, but in this first half, the luck has certainly favoured the Tigers. That bounce and an intercept try. But their defence under pressure has been immaculate. Now Courier tries to stretch it as the siren goes. One last look at the posts, and the Tigers in 1989 are on the edge of a dream, and now at the break they are off to a dream start. They will go in 12-2. We'll take a break on grand final day 1989. The players need a rest. We'll be back with all the action again shortly. Welcome back to the Sydney Football Stadium. Again to you all, our apologies for the halftime entertainment there with 42nd Street. Apparently there was damage to the tape for their routine, and it just couldn't be fixed in time before the players will be back for the second half. Once again, we apologise quite sincerely. A big disappointment, I know, to you all, as well as the big crowd of 40,000 here at the stadium. But they haven't been disappointed by the performance of both teams in a stunning first half of football, and a very, very open game for a grand final. They're quite often a doer and very tight struggle, but this one has been brilliant. The fans have been on their feet right throughout. And the Tigers now coming down the tunnel for the last time in 1989. A Winfield Cup victory staring them in the face. They're 40 minutes away from realising a lifetime ambition. They are determined to do it after being disappointed last year. The crowd can sense the Tigers travelling down the tunnel. They will receive a wonderful ovation from their fans who want them to pick up that cup in '89.
And the good news is there are no changes to either side for the second half, so that is very encouraging news as the Raiders come out. And I just wonder how they'll feel. I'm sure that they realise that they have been probably the better side in that first half. Find themselves behind by 10 points because of the bounce of the football and an intercept. Now, whether they can pick themselves up for this second 40-minute stint remains to be seen. But certainly the football they showed in that first half was just dynamic. 12-2, the Tigers lead this grand final as we're about to start the second half.
Wayne Pearce, the look of the skipper who wants to win the cup. The only thing that has eluded him in rugby league is a premiership victory. He is now so close. We will have problems in the second half with the way this stadium has been built there. You see the shadows and the sunlight. Our cameras will have to work in and out of that area. Now Meninga, the skipper at the other end, revs his team up as the first half tackles as Harrigan gets us underway. Balmain making 104 and Maguire and Rhodes leading the way. We are 40 minutes away from knowing the champion team of '89. Meninga. He and his performance. There's the missed tackles. 15 from Balmain. And a vital drop ball from Canberra in the opening minute of the second half. It is now starting at a pace just like it did in the first. Courier. The Raiders just cannot afford Balmain to be the first scorers in this second half. Edmed, 11 metres away. Elias looks for Maguire. This is where Elias is at his most dangerous. Roach. Back for Freeman. Switch of play was Sirinen. Here's a chance. Neil slips. Pass was forward, says Harrigan.
Yes, the State Bank replay shows that Neil had to reach way forward, and it was judged by Harrigan to have been a forward pass from Roach to him.
So the Raiders are let off the hook. What a massive shove from the Tigers pack, but the ball still comes out for the Raiders. Balmain realised that if they can score first, they might be able to wrap it up in the first 10 or 15 minutes. The score has been absolutely no indication of this great grand final. Clyde. He has just made great yardage every time he's touched it. Walters out of dummy half. Last tackle. Stewart. Neil tried to charge it down. Into the in goal. O'Sullivan's down there. Jack's got it. Meninga's there to join in. Meninga's got him. He's brought off some great tackles on Jack Meninga. O'Brien. Now the Raiders will look for a spilt ball, maybe. They'll try and force it in the tackle. Brasher. 18 years of age. What a day for him. Pearce. There's the spilt ball. Can they turn it into something? Elias tried to ruck it back. Quick hands. Daly outside Courier. Changes direction for Belcher to go up the middle. He tried to stand and unload. He's had a marvellous game. The Tigers are hanging on again. Lance. Clyde. Some mistakes have been costly for Canberra. Is it going to be costly for Balmain? Todd. They are just 6 metres away, the Raiders. Stewart. Michael Neal was a mile offside for mine. Now he gets involved into the fence. Coyne. Back from Meninga. He throws them away. Here's a chance. Out. Wood. Wayne Pearce. Oh, if ever a skipper is going to inspire his team, it's in that tackle.
Well, I was delighted to see Pearce come up with that great tackle there, that very critical tackle, because he was the one that lost the ball for the Balmain side in the middle of the field, and that sort of evens the equation.
Wood has been close twice now. He must think that he will never get there. Jack. The Tigers through their defence. They did it once again. Now, Pearce is in everything. Great performance from the skipper. He taps it and goes ahead. He's saying to his team, the Winfield Cup is waiting for us. Freeman, Neil, Jack, O'Brien, under a tackle from Meninga. Freeman. This game has had everything, especially in the first half, but now they're repeating it. Elias gets his kick in, down for Johnny Ferguson, the veteran. Eludes them again. Neil has finally got him.
It's been a handful, Jigger Ferguson. Beats the first man almost every time. Now here's Belcher. 12-2, that was the score at half-time. The Tigers have withstood a Canberra raid again. The Raiders have it just inside their own half. Here's Todd. Caught by Elias. Stewart. Cross for O'Sullivan. Meninga. Now Meninga's taken a couple of heavy knocks. I don't think he's all that well at the moment. Matthew Wood races away, but referee Harrigan's called it back.
Well, it's funny how different people see things. I didn't think that ball went forward at all. Mal Meninga, I think, has copped what I would classify as a fairly tough penalty, a tough referee's involvement there.
40,500 people here for this grand final. Marvellous crowd. And the game has certainly lived up to their expectations. Here come the Tigers again. Crisscrossing with Freeman now finally making the break. 32 out from the Raiders line. Brasher. Nowhere to go there. Clyde was around his ankles. Roach straight ahead. Just about on the quarter line. Here's Edmed. Big man goes straight ahead and is pulled down only about 13 or 14 metres out from the Canberra line. Pressure time for the Raiders as Maguire runs away from dummy half. They've got one tackle left in this count. It's back for Elias. Elias, the little kick ahead, has been fielded well by O'Sullivan. So it's time for the Raiders to soak up a little bit of pressure. They've done it well as Todd runs away with the football. Coyne. The scrums have favoured the Tigers 8-3, but look at that penalty count to the Raiders. 5-1. As this champion young lock forward Bradley Clyde takes play outside the quarter. Stewart sends Gary Jack racing across field. Awkward bounce for him, back on his own quarter line. Laurie Daly's chasing him and hangs onto the jumper long enough for Lance to come and finish him off. Neal out for Courier, got away from O'Sullivan, now to Grant. Almost on the halfway mark. Freeman. Elias with Maguire, back for Elias. Lance has got in.
Lance has got quite a few of them in the last couple of matches we've seen him play here at the Sydney Football Stadium. His defence head-on has been absolutely superb.
Roach, no way through there. Last tackle now for the Tigers. Belcher takes it calmly on his own quarter. Caught though by Brasher. Matthew Wood has to come back to go to dummy half. Clyde swings it out for O'Sullivan and then for Daly. Looks for Ferguson and Chicker goes straight ahead. Reaches the halfway mark.
It's been a vintage Ferguson day, hasn't it?
Sure has. He's been very prominent. Now here's Gary Coyne. Back for Lance. Played just inside the Balmain half. Stewart and O'Sullivan. And again, Bradley Clyde has his legs chopped from under him by Elias. A blindside kick will find touch just about on the corner line.
Yeah, O'Sullivan's really got his kick working. He doesn't, not a great kicker for the Canberra side, not a frequent kicker, I should say. But on the occasion he does kick, it's very, very good. He's done a couple of those today, just end over end, a gain of about 18 or 20 metres.
Your thoughts on Ricky Stewart, Bill Anderson?
Well, I think Stewart's having a terrific game, and you know, his 5'8" partner Chris O'Sullivan's competent as well. But one point I'd make on O'Sullivan, he's purely serving as a link at the moment. He's catching and passing and trying to fire the ball outside the supports. I'd like to see him threaten the defence a bit more himself. He can do it, but he's not at the moment.
Some dangerous passing continuing from Balmain as Edmed takes it, will play it on his own quarter line. Maguire got away from two Canberra defenders and is still able to offload for Elias. Good stuff. Elias links up with Neal. The pass back inside is scooped up by Gary Jack. Not much in the kicks in play department. The Tigers have made just two more than Canberra. Back for Gary Jack again. Just about on the halfway mark. Courier from dummy half. Back for Jack. A pass along the ground. Neal's able to fall on it. Now it's back for Maguire. And he in turn is able to offload to Pearce. And Junior's got some room to move. Straight ahead goes Pearce. Pulled down just outside the Canberra corner. This is the last tackle though for the Tigers. Roach down the blind side. Looks for somebody to pass it to. Surinan was there. Surinan can't offload. He'll be held and that'll be a turnover.
It just has not stopped in this grand final of '89. Peter Sterling, 12-2. What is the determining factors from here?
Well, I think so far the determining factor's been the Balmain defence, and I think that will continue to be the case. You know, we talked about luck in the first half. I believe everyone's lucky. You've just got to put yourself in the position to take advantage of it. But the thing that's winning this game of football is the defensive effort of the Balmain players.
It has been superb as Coyne brings it away. He He stood for an eternity there looking for support. Stewart showing the ball. Jenky trying to find a hole in this immaculate defence. O'Sullivan again with the kick. It is to the far corner. Johnny Ferguson is flying. That was so close. Grant retrieved a dangerous situation. Now Courier. These teams playing themselves to a virtual standstill. They have gone out full bore. We've had 52 minutes of play. 12 minutes gone in the second half. Canberra needing to score. The Tigers to hang on. Massive chance set up around this Sydney Football Stadium as Elias kicks for touch into the open spaces. It will bounce and sit up for Gary Belcher. Trying to get outside Brasher. He won't do that. Great chasing from Balmain. Daly. Unloads beautifully for Wood. The backs trying to lift some form here for the Raiders forwards. Ferguson. Again, he's done it. He's gone right through, away from Siren. That is a marvellous performance from Siren and the big second rower to chase him and catch him. Now, on a bit of a roll. O'Sullivan, he's got support on the inside. He couldn't find Clyde. A quick play the ball. The Tigers are in real trouble. Canberra in big numbers. Belcher loses it. Well, again, you've got to come down to this last desperate defence from the Tigers.
Yes, the Belcher trying desperately there to spin the ball back. It hit one of the Balmain players on the head that was involved in the tackle and went back Balmain's way. I think there's an element of luck in this, I've got to say it. Sometimes I sit and watch this game for a minute or two and I see Canberra attacking brilliantly.
A very good decision here from referee Bill Harrigan. Maguire used an offside player here who wasn't going to get involved. That was a Shepherd. A Canberra change, Billy Anderson.
Matt Wood went into this game with a leg injury. It's finally beaten him. Paul Martin will be going on to take his place, though. Won't lose much there.
Martin with some final instructions. And Wood, the man who we keep on saying, twice he's been close. He's not going to get another chance, I don't think. Stewart. Touched by Balmain. It will force a scrum. Canberra will maintain the feed, though, and the pressure. O'Brien, though, will give Benny Elias some chance here. This would be the most vital scrum win of the game if he can produce it against the head. He can't. O'Sullivan, the dummy. He finally decides to have a crack himself. They've got to take the pressure off the likes of Belcher and Meninga. Now, can they finally do it? Can they finally bounce through this black and gold line? Meninga! Out it comes Martin with his first touch. 5 metres away. Coyne. This defence, you've got to take a bow, Balmain. Amazing under so much heat. Long, long pass. Quick hands, they'll score. Daly. Ferguson. Again he ducks tackles. Belcher, they must score. Belcher, that is deserved. The best player in the Canberra side today has come up with a try. The Leagues Club has gone berserk. The stadium knows this grand final is up for grabs again. Great attack.
Attack without peer, actually. I mean, this is superb stuff. The length of the passes, the accuracy of the passing. Belcher involved, got a pass out there to Daly. Daly goes wide, turns it back inside to Ferguson. Ferguson goes under a Courier tackle and swings the ball back on the inside to Belcher. He's caught by the jumper and surges away and scores the try as close as he can to the post. Beautiful stuff. A couple of long passes here as we look at it from a different angle. The head-on shot going to hand. The pass was beautifully accurate. There were 3 passes there. I swear to God, went 75 yards. 3 passes. There's Ferguson back on the inside. Evades the Courier tackle and the Neil tackle and switches the play back to Belcher. And Belcher evades the Courier clutch and really sets him in the right direction. He spins him around and finds that when he's through the tackle, he's actually heading towards the goalpost. So that was quite advantageous for the Raiders. Oh, astonishing stuff. 17 tries from Belcher, screaming out to his teammates. Meninga, 1 from 2. What a vital kick this is. The 1989 grand final. One of the best in memory. Pearce revs his team up. Meninga's got it. They are closer, the Raiders. It is now 12-8.
Oh, boy. What a performance. What a game of football. And for all those grand final barbecues all over Sydney, all over Australia. I hope you're not burning the sausages.
Well, since becoming Australia's fullback, Gary Belcher has gone up a couple of notches in form. He and Jack are no longer level in my view. Belcher has gone away because of his incredible ability to sniff out tries. Now, so far this season, he's scored 17 tries. His footwork is absolutely top of the mark.
And there's 23 minutes of this grand final left. 4 points the difference. Martin will play the football. About 18 metres out from the Canberra line. Strong defence coming in on Clyde. Edmed and Pearce doing the work. Dean Lance. Stewart again sends Gary Jack across, and again, or Jack not taking it cleanly this time. But has Laurie Daly to try and get around, and Daly's got him by the jumper and flings him to the ground. Back for Neil, and then to O'Brien. Again, the Canberra defence moving up quickly. It's time on Maguire. Here comes Sirinen. Straight into O'Sullivan, who did well to hang on to his ankles.
That's all he could reach.
Well, Roach reaches the halfway mark, and you've got to ask the question, Bill Anderson, is it time to kick for the Tigers?
It sure is. The Tigers have got a bit of a wind at their tail, and I don't think they've used it effectively in this second 40 minutes. They should be trying to do what they did then. Get Canberra down that end of the field where they're less dangerous. They're trying to ruck the ball out, made a few mistakes. They're playing into the Raiders' hands doing that.
Gary Belcher plays the football just outside the Raiders' quarter. Across for Laurie Daly. Trying to get around Courier, did so too, but the winger came in, Grant, and got him. Here's Coyne. Now Stewart to O'Sullivan, and then to Meninga. Quick hands to Belcher. But that was a good tackle from O'Brien, who read the play perfectly, came in and chopped it off. Now Stewart. This time Grant has some work to do. Balmain have missed 16 tackles compared to the Raiders' 9. So Courier will play it, and it's Courier's defence that, of course, has been questioned all week. How would he handle the very nippy Canberra backs? And I think you'll find that the breaks that the Raiders have been making have been where Courier has been standing. So the Englishman might be a point-scoring machine and might have a heap of pace, but his defence, no question, he needs to do a bit of work. Now Neil. Rebounded, and the tackle count restarts for Brasher.
Another incredible bit of luck.
Here's Roach, straight ahead goes big blocker. Gets to within 12 metres of the line. Sirinen, full charge, bang! Lance charged in at him, bounced off him. But Sirinen will play it 10 metres out. Freeman, across for Maguire. Got his hands free, but couldn't offload. Still 10 metres short. Now Courier. Elects to give it back to Freeman. Freeman standing, looking to offload. He can't get rid of it. 5 tackles gone. Wayne Pearce a dummy half. Back for Elias. The bomb. Off the side of the boot. Not a great kick from Benny. Brasher's lost it. So that'll be a turnover.
And the pace won't stop.
Well, here's Rasher going up for it and dropping the ball forward. He was pretty unhappy about that, but nonetheless, that's the way the game goes.
Now Todd. The Raiders come back again. Balmain with a great opportunity there to stretch it. They couldn't add any points. Klein! Elias has got him as he stepped out of one tackle. The dummy from Walters right up the middle. The Tigers are starting to tire a little from the amount of defence they have had to do. O'Sullivan's forced up the middle. Last tackle of this great grand final. 12-8 we find the scoreline. Meninga the tip. Stewart hit the deck. Play on, says Harrigan.
Stewart quite definitely pulled down there by a Balmain player, but it wasn't a serious one, but he was pulled down.
Courier. The crowd has set up a big roar in the second half as the Raiders have come back. Both coaches have got to be congratulated on laying on an enormous grand final. Another change, Bill Anderson for Canberra.
The time's come, Graham. Lots of things about to happen down here. Steve Jackson in 20 going on to replace Brad Todd. You can also see that Kevin Walters is getting warmed up, as is Kevin Hardwick for Balmain. They're tackling Tyro.
Balmain in behind Martin, makes a meal of it. He knocked it back.
Oh.
Well, he's called a knock on.
Really?
He has called a knock on.
Well, I've seen that and I don't believe it. That's a bad decision in my view. He was facing his own goal line. The ball never at any stage went off his hand or arm forward. It came off his foot at one stage. But there's no way in the wide world that was a forward knock-on. That was a knock-on towards the opponent's goal line.
An incredibly important referee's decision. The second one looked to come off his feet and not a knock-on. Now, Courier! Outside Daly! He hangs on by one hand. It is desperate defensive stakes now for the Raiders. They've got to hang on for 6 tackles to stay in the grand final. Freeman, Edmed. Both sides continually launching themselves. They are not concerned about life and limb. Neil! Ankle tap brilliantly by Meninga. That saved a try.
Certain try there. Neil was in for a certain try had he not been ankle tapped. No question.
Sirinen flicks it out the back. Balmain have a great chance. Look at the numbers. Surely. Wayne Pearce spills it. That is a knock-on when they were going to score.
Well, that one word that he said then said it all. Actually, I'm not going to try to interpret what the word was, but it absolutely epitomised the feelings he had on it. He's so exhausted he probably couldn't have seen the football.
12-8. That is what's called grand final day, and that is what's called pressure. Mistakes that normally wouldn't happen do. Stewart. Jackson. On for Todd. Coyne has lost it. As the scrum goes down, a Balmain change, Bill.
Kevin Hardwick on, Steve Roach off.
One of the big men. The call has come from his coach. He missed the grand final last year. He shows his disappointment at being replaced. A long, slow walk back for Roach. He wanted to stay there, but his coach needed a fresh player. Harrigan waits for Roach to leave the field. Now the scrum goes down with a Balmain feed.
And the Balmain scrum win. Sirinen, who detached himself from the scrum. And there's the man who made the decision to bring Roach off. Warren Ryan. As Jack is caught 10 metres inside the Balmain half. Elias still able to get that pass away from McNeil, who's beaten one. Back for Freeman, then for Edmed. So the Canberra side really forced to defend grimly now as Pearce loses the football. Been picked up again.
A That's unusual. 3 times from Wayne Pearce in the second half, he's lost it.
Asks yourself the question, I wonder if Junior's taken a knock to the head, because he's usually got very safe hands. So the Raiders scoop up the football, and Bradley Clyde runs away with him, pushed Benny Elias, base over apex. Jackson caught by Sirenen, but was able to offload the football. Now it's back for O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan reaches the halfway mark. 5 tackles gone. This is the last one. And Stewart elects to kick back infield. Grant was waiting for it. Ferguson and Daly take him. Just outside the Balmain quarter. Courier. Now O'Brien. Here's Hardwick. Now Pearce. Almost to the halfway mark. Another change, Bill.
Kevin Wallace will be coming on for Gary Coyne, and he's got a terrific combination with his brother Steve. Look for him to support him around the rucks.
Belcher races across and just manages to get to that football before it went over the touchline. And he in turn makes the quarter line before the tacklers get to him. Ferguson. There is the time remaining in this grand final. And you'll hear the crowd counting the last 60 seconds or so, but there's still 12-8, 4 points in it. The Tigers grimly hang on. Lazarus gets to within 10 metres of the halfway mark. Stewart, and now O'Sullivan. Here's Meninga. Got it away to Daly. Crunch. Daly really sandwiched in a tackle by O'Brien and Brasher. Brasher's hurt himself in the tackle. As Stewart clears. Grant did very well to take that football, running backwards. Got away from Clyde. Well, you can see that Brasher and also Daly both injured when Daly was sandwiched in that tackle.
Stewart's running one hell of a risk kicking to the open wing like that. Grant is good enough and quick enough to pick those balls up and take it back maybe for a try. It's a dangerous thing. They shouldn't do it.
Daly still on the ground, as you saw. Pearce gets to within 8 metres of the halfway mark. Brasher is jogging back to resume his place with the Balmain side. Daly still down. Here's Courier. Courier got away. Ferguson has to come in to make the tackle. The flick pass out to Grant. Grant in turn got an overhead pass away for Hardwick. And Hardwick is pulled down. Daly's up and getting back into the defensive line. He needs to be there. Here's Neil, got to the quarter line. Caught by Jackson, pulled down. 5 tackles gone for the Balmain side. Elias. A better looking bomb this time from Elias. Belcher stands his ground, can't get there. The ball is loose. And the penalty's gone to the Tigers. Offside.
Well, Mal Meninga's questioning the referee here, but we'll see it. It ricochets off Meninga and is picked up by Stewart in an offside position. There's no question about the fact that he was in front. The referee really had no option in that situation. So this will be a sinecure 2 points to the Balmain side, one would think. And it'll be only about 7 or 8 minutes or 8.5 minutes to go by the time the kick is taken.
So the Balmain side taking advantage of this penalty shot. They'll really suck the breath in as Canberra try to regroup. The Balmain supporters letting everybody know that the grand final may be just 10 minutes away as Daly's replaced Bill.
They haven't replaced him, and what they've done, originally Wallace was going to go on for Coyne. Now Daly's got an eye injury, they're putting him into the head bin, and Kevin Wallace will replace him for 10 minutes anyhow.
So there goes Kevin Wallace in 22. Andy Courier right next to the post, 2 from 3. And an opportunity to mean that Canberra, as the doc checks the eyes of Laurie Daly, will now need a converted try to square it. Starting to run out of superlatives of the grand final of 1989. The players are not out of energy. They've got 9 minutes to go. Harrigan signals time back on. The clock never stopped remarkably. Now, Harrigan signaled time off about 40 seconds ago, and they never stopped the clock. Now they do. I wonder if those 40 seconds will be important. Courier. Those two will be more important. The Tigers, they now edge away 14-8. We've now got a 6-point break. There it is, 14-8 to the Tigers. We apologise about that incorrect scoreline. Meninga, Jack. Already, as Daly has his head and eyebrows strapped, you start to think about the possibilities of extra time if the Raiders can produce that converted try. Elias. Edmed finds a gap on the fringe. Is that kick the lift that the Tigers need? Elias. Looked groggy in the first half. He's now playing strongly in the second.
Yes, he's got his kicking game well and truly in action in the second half. He's his own man again after the early knock, and there's an excellent kick to take play within about 5 yards of the corner flag. So this will be a critical scrum to the Canberra side.
Daly has gone back on the field. Gary Coyne is the man who has left. Daly's gone to lock. Belcher. 142 tackles, possession held for the Tigers, 132 to Raiders. That statistic surprises me. Clyde. They have the players who can score length of the field tries. They need somebody like Meninga, Daly, Belcher to dig deep. Here's Daly digging deep down the blind for Martin. He can't handle that pressure pass, and the Tigers will come up with a scrum feed. They will work play away from this scrum. Elias, Freeman, Michael Neal will be the key players here. They will try and set themselves for a 1 point through a field goal, which would wrap up the grand final. There's Neal for Jack. Watch for the Tigers just to head this towards the posts. 6 minutes 55 to go, and there are six points between the two teams. The Tigers with the advantage, Edmed. Elias has already moved one off the ruck. He wants it quickly. The field goal. Charge down. But charge down, and the Tigers still have it. Elias was hammered by Meninga. Meninga with plenty to say to Bill Harrigan. They still want 1 point, Balmain. Now they want 4. Maguire. Freeman screaming about the 1 point. Elias is there again. Has he got time? Plenty of it. Hits the crossbar. Freeman was offside. He should have been ruled offside. Freeman was a mile offside. He was the man in dummy half. Bill Harrigan has missed that.
Well, there's the ricochet from Elias off the post. Now here's Freeman, as you can see, quite a deal of yardage offside, maybe 4 or 5 metres, but we're back with the live action with O'Sullivan in the ball, with the ball.
What else can happen in this grand final? Roach on the sideline, desperately looking on. Martin down the touch, steps infield. Pearce, again, great cover defence. Balmain are so close, they can smell it. Meninga, out for Ferguson. Still stepping. Neal, he's got him. Quick play the ball. Daly unloads. Meninga, the big man standing, wrapped up by Grant. Last tackle. Stewart, shape to kick. Now, long pass. O'Sullivan also. Jackson, Belcher. They're going to be wrapped up. It will be a handover. 5 minutes to go.
Can your nerves stand it? 5 minutes to go. The Tigers just 5 minutes away as the clock has stopped. 5 minutes away now from the Winfield Cup for 1989. 20 years ago they did it. Can they do it now? Hardwick. 10 metres inside the Canberra half. Maguire. And he's found a little knock on in there.
A truly great Rugby League Grand Final. There it is. That's what they're all going around in the agony of playing this game at this breakneck speed in the heat that they've had for most of the game. But a truly great Rugby League Grand Final. I don't usually eulogise the game to this extent, but I've seen 35 of them, and I really can't remember a game that's gripped me as much as this one has. It's been astonishing in that the ball has been moved around so comprehensively by both sides that it's been a non-stop game, a totally non-stop game.
Another change coming up for Balmain.
Yeah, Warren Ryan putting all his tacklers on. Michael Podgy in 14 for Paul Sirinen.
Okay, so the Raiders, by way of a penalty for offside play, have found touch 35 metres out. They've got a planned move on here as Lazarus takes the football up 32 metres out from the Balmain line. 6 points the difference. A converted try will square this grand final. But the mistakes coming from the Raiders now. Meninga has to tidy things up. There are about 3 minutes left in the grand final. Ferguson tried to pass it away. It's been picked up by Clyde. He's right on the halfway mark. Walters runs from dummy half. Found support from his brother. Now back for Ricky Stewart. The little chip and chase ran into a Balmain defender, went flat on his back. Referee said play on. 6 tackles to go. Canberra still alive. Here's O'Sullivan trying to link up with Belcher. Belcher's got it away to Clyde. Clyde inside the corner. We might have extra time on our hands here as the Raiders are not done yet. Throwing everything they can at the Tigers as Lazarus got it away. Out it goes to Chicka Ferguson. Ferguson is inside the quarter. He's pulled out 18 metres short. And still they charge ahead. Steve Walters now. Dummy half is Kevin Walters. Giving it away to Stewart. Back for O'Sullivan. Here comes big Mal Meninga. Meninga through the dummy. Flicked it back for Clyde. Clyde charges ahead. Gets to within 11 metres of the line. 5 tackles gone for the Raiders. They'll bomb. O'Sullivan's bombed across the goal mouth. Up they go for it. Who's taking it? It's loose. Picked up by Daly. Daly's given it out to Ferguson. Ferguson goes for the line. It's gone. Oh, can you believe this? Chicka Ferguson has scored alongside the post. Oh, what drama here. Chicka Ferguson, the Cameron League Scrub's gone berserk. And he scored it alongside the post.
It looks like we've got extra time on our hands, but let's see it again. Here it is, O'Sullivan going with a bomb. It was the 6th tackle coming up. They're all onside, no question about it. The ball went very high. It didn't look a particularly dangerous one, but there it was, that long pass given out there by Laurie Daly, out to Ferguson, overhead pass really, a basketball pass, and he's gone through 4 defenders. See it again from head on. There was the knock. Now watch Daly give this long pass and in a throwing motion overhead. Now he comes inside 1, 2, 3. He's tied up by Elias and Sirinen, but finally manages to get there. And absolutely a try from nothing. And we're going to see the kick at goal in just a second. There it was. There were no knock-ons. Daly with a long pass out to Ferguson. Ferguson decides to come back inside. Now, I'm told that Ferguson was going to retire this year. I think he'd be mad if he did.
Meninga's conversion attempt is there. We're all tied up. The grand final's all tied up at 14. Balmain and Canberra, 14 all. And there can only be, well, Warren Ryan's terribly concerned, obviously. We can only have seconds remaining. There can only be seconds remaining in official time. We may not even have time to see this restart. Paul Sirinen has been replaced, of course. He's got his head bowed. It's down for Stewart, takes it calmly. Bradley Clyde will bring it back. Tim Sheens, expressionless, has seen his side come back from defeat to square the game, and that is the 80 minutes gone. Referee Harrigan signals 80 minutes gone. We're going to have 10 minutes each way, extra time. And so the drama continues here at the football stadium. Billy Anderson, have you seen anything like this?
Absolutely sensational, Ian, and a worry for Warren Ryan as his strike players, Roach and Sirinen, are off the field. Now, he's got Sean Edwards warming up to put him onto the field. He's going to have to introduce him. But, you know, I've seen a lot of grand finals in my time, but this is just unbelievable.
Well, really, Billy, what we've got to look at is the fact that Canberra have been, in my honest opinion, and I'm no way biased, because Manly aren't in it, I'm in no way biased. Canberra have been the better side for a good percentage of this game. They've been the more attractive side. They've been the side that have moved the ball correctly and fast along their back line. And I really thought it was a sort of a bit of a slight on their talent that they were down at half-time after doing so well.
And will Warren Ryan regret replacing those two players you just saw? Sirinen and Roach off the field. Warren Ryan must be concerned. 20 minutes of football left. 10 minutes each way. Wayne Pearce is going to be called upon to really lift his side, because it's Canberra who are finishing the better at 14 all. Now Gary Jack bringing the football back. Caught by Daly. Steve Roach, you saw him replaced. He's now sidelined with Bill Anderson.
Steve, it's unbelievable. You know, you couldn't have imagined this was going to go into extra time, and here we are. How do you feel right at this minute, Block?
Mate, shocked a minute ago and thought we had it, but unfortunately, you know, we'll just have to dig in a bit deeper and try and win it from here.
How much of a worry is it for the Tigers to have you and Ciro, your two best strike players, off the field? It's got to be a concern.
Well, I don't really know, mate. You know, I reckon the boys will hang in there.
Thanks for talking to us, Steve, and please sit here with us. You know, feel welcome to stay with us for the rest of this.
Benny Elias made the break. He's given it away, and that's 5 tackles gone for the Balmain side. Elias again kicks downfield. Belcher 10 metres out from his own line, bringing the football back, runs into Courier. Now Clyde. Jackson. Of course, if we're still drawn at full time, they're looking at a Thursday night replay. But that's still about 18 minutes away. Stewart kicks straight down to Gary Jack again inside his own corner. He's knocked it on!
Oh, dear.
Oh, Gary Jack has knocked it on!
You see 1 or 2 of those a season from Gary Jack. I know it came to him in a low fashion. He had to bend down for it, but he's obviously reached a stage of exhaustion where, you know, an error like that is more or less on the cards at any time. That was a tragedy for him. He's played very well. He's been a player that's been very strong for the Balmain side this year too, after coming back from a pretty bad injury.
So the Raiders get the feed. Stewart working the scrum. They're inside the quarter. Let's come back for O'Sullivan looking for a field goal. How is it? It's there. It's there. The Raiders lead. The Canberra Raiders have the 1-point lead.
Well, I think it's a bit early for O'Sullivan to be jubilant and waving his arms around. That's a good little psychological ploy. 1 point at this stage. They've still got plenty of time left in this game, and the other team, Balmain, have got a field goal par excellence in Benny Elias. So they've only got to get down that into the field, and the same thing could be happening.
Well, the Raider himself trying to urge his side on. That's O'Sullivan's second field goal for the year. It may well be the most important field goal he's ever kicked, but there's still a long time to go. I hate to tell those players that, but there is still a long time to go. Belcher bringing it back for the Canberra Raiders, caught by Junior Pearce. Stewart caught by Neil. Dean Lance. He's caught by Podgy and also Edmed. Well, just one out stuff from the Raiders now. Straight ahead they go. 5 tackles they've used up. Kevin Waller's dummy half has given it back to Ricky Stewart looking for touch. The kick is a good one. The kick is a very good one from Ricky Stewart.
And it's funny, Ian, I I can tell you from my own experience how much it is a drag on a forward running backwards instead of running forwards. When you see the ball kicked over your head and you've got to go right back for it, it's a different psychological aspect of the one when you're going forward after a kick.
So it's Freeman who'll work this scrum. It's just outside the Balmain quarter. McNeil has it, turns a bit back inside for Brasher.
Neil's had a really marvellous game for the Balmain Tigers. He's been in everything and done a huge amount of cleaning up the little problems that they've had.
And another mistake this time from Steve O'Brien. So the mistakes are creeping into Balmain's game.
Well, again, I'm not going to suggest that anyone use this word, but the word that he uses is very significant to the actual error he's made.
Well, can this scrum feed really prove something now? Belcher, back for Martin. This game changed so dramatically. I was on the way sideline to join the players for a man of the match presentation. Now it's Lazarus.
Oh,
he's lost it. Fluctuating fortunes as these two teams still back 15 to 14. 1 point will get Canberra home, and it has come in extra time. Maguire. It is an old line, I know, but why do we have to find a loser today when they have produced such a classic match? Jack. Grant. I thought that was touched. Now he's lost it. Courier. Back it comes for Martin. Maybe the tide is turning to the green machine. They've played without luck in the first half. They've been denied so many times by outstanding Balmain defence. Will they be denied again in extra time? Kevin Walters. He will play it back for the man who potted the field goal, O'Sullivan. Jackson. Unloads for Walters. Steve Walters. He loses it. Balmain lose it. The scrum will go down. The drama will continue.
yes, this was a dramatic moment here. Walters trying to get a pass away cleanly, but he couldn't do so. I noticed that Ferguson came in here, I think, pretty late at the end and was able to dive on it. The referee had seen knock-ons from both sides, but still it's a Balmain feed.
The Tigers should come up with it. They do. Let's remember that no team in the history of the Winfield Cup have won the competition from 4th or 5th. Sirenen, the face tells its story. The Raiders have come from the sudden death semi-final action. The Tigers got close last year from a similar position. Now they are stretched to extra time to try and produce their first win. Right around Australia and sports action as the Tigers come up with an error. Great to have you stay with us.
Well, Benny Elias turning the ball back inside there to Brasher, and Brasher unable to handle it. And the errors are really coming at a rate now that we wouldn't have heard of in the first half.
Surely 26 of the tiredest footballers I've ever seen, but they are still pumping it out. Stewart. The Raiders. They look gone, and now they have their nose in front. There is 2.5 minutes left of the first set of 10 minutes in extra time. They will turn around very shortly for the final 10. The back line of the Raiders into action. Clyde joins in and slips. Jackson. Lost the ball back. That was a correct decision from the referee. The Tigers have got it, and the Raiders have a penalty. I couldn't understand what it was for. The replay might tell us.
Let's watch the replay. Andy Curry is the man that's questioning the decision. Hardwick came in over the top. A little bit difficult to see what's actually gone on there, but the referee was clear, and Currier seemed to accept the fact that the penalty had gone against the Balmain side. At least that's the way I read it. We'll see it again. As Walters coming up with the ball. He's lost the football at that stage. O'Sullivan tries to dive on it, and in comes Hardwick. Well, I suggest Hardwick was penalised for coming in and finishing on top of a player who's on the ground with a dive like that. That would be considered enough to warrant a penalty in most instances.
3 from 4 from one of the best footballers in the country.
Gee, they've got a few of the best footballers in the country in this one Canberra side today. There's been some marvellous performances. Just marvellous.
If Meninga can kick this, the field goal is of no use to the Tigers. They need a try. The most important kick in 1989 for Big Mal Meninga. Strikes it, but it is fading. The Tigers touched it. Another mistake. Inexperience from Timmy Brasher. Inexperience from an 18-year-old in a grand final.
Well, he might be saved because there's only 37 seconds to go. But watch this. Watch the young man in the in-goal area. The ball is patently going over the line. And up he reaches, touches it with his hands, and drops back down in the field in the in-goal area. So it immediately means a line drop out rather than a quarter-line restart.
Elias is wasting time. Now Jack will waste time. No, Elias is ordered to get it underway. Now, Stewart is deep. He might go all the way for a long-range field goal. He strikes it sweetly. It's got the legs. Has it got the accuracy? No.
Beautiful kick by the look of it.
They are thinking the Raiders all the time. There's the siren at the end of first 10 minutes of extra time. They will turn around 15 to 14, the grand final of 1989. Elias, could he turn it? Could Meninga get a try to wrap it up? This is how we're going to go about it, says Elias. Belcher screaming out instructions. What a grand final. Harrigan still chatting with Courier. There are 10 minutes to go, gripping for the coaches like Tim Sheens. Peter Sterling, instructions to the Raiders.
Well, they've got to play good field position, Graham. If Balmain are going to make a break against them, they want them going 90 yards to score, not 10.
Bill Anderson, the instructions to the Tigers.
Well, they've got to get field position, as Peter's just suggested, Graham. I don't know that there's much more they can do, mate. Look, both teams have played themselves to a standstill. It's come down to bounce of the ball. I don't think there deserves to be a loser here today, but that's the way it's going to be, mate.
Meninga steamrolls over 3. The size of the man, just too big. Stewart will kick, as Peter Sterling suggested, and the Tigers will have to come 80 or 90 metres back.
That's the way to go. No question about it. Stewart, with his kicking game, has been very, very strong member of this Canberra side, but the man that has really shone out like a beacon for me today in the Canberra team has been Belcher. I can't remember seeing such a running display from the fullback.
There is a change, Billy.
Yes, there is. Sean Edwards, that attacking weapon, the lethal 5'8" from Great Britain's on. Michael Podgy, who himself went on as a replacement, is off. He's not an attacking player. Good move by Ryan.
Edwards can lay a try on. He has already taken out the Challenge Cup final with Wigan this year in England. Can he perform a miracle here? Do they have something left in their tank, the Tigers? They will have to dig so deep now. Jack, he's doing just that. 15-14 at the Sydney Football Stadium. Time against the Tigers. They are now desperate. At half-time, they look the goods. Elias dummying. Hasn't worked so well so far today for him. Now, Edwards, the kick for touch. Belcher cutting out the angle. It sits up dangerously. Ferguson has it. This crowd is stunned by the finish to this great grand final. 40,500 at the stadium. Millions around Australia watching and waiting to acclaim the champions.
And none of them have left this ground. Everyone's avidly glued to the game.
Daly now gets out of the danger zone. So does Walters, who's had a great second half. Last tackle. The kick will come from Meninga for touch. They are playing it so well, Canberra.
Big Mal Meninga pulls out another bit of bravado for himself and his team with a great line kick there, playing it the correct way, doing the percentage thing, if you like. That seems to be the way that Canberra are going to succeed.
Freeman out for the fresh man, Edwards. Jinking, but can't get through. O'Brien a dummy half. Back for Maguire. Great defence from Laurie Daly. The battle is still on. Pearce, skipper on skipper. 6 minutes 48 of the greatest grand final I've ever seen remaining. Freeman, Maguire. Elias for Freeman. They're being forced back. Can they find an overlap? They can now with James Grant, who will kick. He was tackled as he kicked. It's heading for touch. Ricky Stewart has it. He will take his time to allow his forwards to get back. Belcher. If you're looking for a hero in the nation's capital, look no further than Belcher. Dean Lance, maybe his last game of rugby league. What a way to go out. Clyde, his second full season at first grade. He won an Australian jumper this year, and he's had an outstanding match. Steve Walters. The last tackle, another kick from Canberra. Will they find touch again? No, it breaks in field. Gary Jack, can he slice through? The defence has got him, but he unloaded a great ball. Pearce, Balmain, into the clear. Brasher, still going, taken by Martin. 5 minutes, 30 seconds to go. The Tigers, they are spreading it, searching for an answer. Courier, he's been quiet. Unloaded for Freeman. Now Edmed. The ball is going everywhere. Players are trying to put them down. They've finally got them. The Tigers, desperate, 15 to 14. Brasher gets away from one. It is down now late in the tackle count. Out for Neil. He's got no support. They are so tired they couldn't link up outside him. Edwards, switch of play for Freeman. Pearce, great tackle from Kevin Walters. Canberra got it. We go inside the last 5 minutes.
And you're watching what will go down as one of the greatest grand finals of all time, not just because of the closeness of the score. Sure, that's got a lot to do with it. But the way this game has been played has been just amazing as we're into the final 5 minutes. As you see, the clock has stopped. And how close were Balmain to winning this Winfield Cup? They saw it there. They were reaching out for it. They almost had their hands on it. And then suddenly, Chicka Ferguson turned it all around with an amazing try that levelled the scores. Then a field goal has given the Raiders 1 point lead. This is the last tackle. Stewart's trying for another field goal. It's going away to the left and will go dead. But the Raiders still maintain this 1 point lead. And Warren Ryan not showing it, but must be absolutely flabbergasted, to use your expression.
Don't you use my words. I refuse to let you use my words.
I couldn't think of another one. 3.5 minutes to go. And there it is, 1 point lead to the Canberra Raiders. Meninga's picked it up. Chicka George has got support too. And they're pulled down just, is he almost, he's there! Try! Steve Jackson reached out and scored. What will win the premiership for the Canberra Raiders? I didn't think there was any way he was going to make that, but he did. What strength, what power, what a grand final, what a premiership.
What a caller. Let's have a look at it again. I remember calling one like this that George Piggott scored for South Sydney against Western Suburbs in about 1970. And this was a similar sort of thing. He belted his way through the defenders as if they weren't there and finally reached out and scored the try. That was a beautiful bit of work. There was the a little miss kick there from Courier. He didn't quite get it. It got picked up by Meninga, got back inside there to Martin, to number 20. Peter Jackson. Okay, here he is. Now look at him going through defenders here. Just strength and power and just a remorseless attitude to getting to the line. That is a really fine try, and it really relates to the one that George Piggott scored so many years ago. Not in the grand final, but one that I've always memorised.
Balmain cannot believe it. As I said to you a few moments ago, they had their hands on the Winfield Cup, and it's gone. It's gone out the window.
Well, in truth, it would have been a bit of a travesty of justice had Canberra not come up with something today. They played so well.
That was Steve Jackson's first grade try. He'll never score a more memorable one.
No, you're quite right.
Now, as Gary Jack wonders what's happened, Meninga misses with his conversion attempt, pushed it to the right. But they've soaked up enough time. It's 19-14. There's 5 points the difference. Balmain can still win it with a converted try, but that's asking too much. They can hardly lift their legs. There must be about a minute and a half left. As Chris O'Sullivan, who's worked tirelessly for the Raiders, falls on the football on his own quarter line. Daly, they'll just run one out, use up the time, and then boot it to the other end of the field. Been kicked through, tackle count restarts. 1 minute left, 60 seconds of the 89 season left. Bradley Clyde charges ahead. He's pulled down. They said the outsiders don't win too many grand finals. Well, the Canberra Raiders are going to prove that all wrong. And they've done it the hardest way possible. Lazarus, what a tower of strength he's been for the Raiders. Stewart, let's get out of here. Looking for touch. The ball bouncing, not towards the touchline, but back for Gary Jack. Being chased by Chicka Ferguson, got away from him, got it outside the corner. He's been able to link up with James Grant. But he's pulled down just 32 metres out from the Balmain line. Grant playing it ahead. Caught by Steve Walters. 5 metres from the halfway mark. Canberra poised to become the first team to win the premiership from 4th place. Have they broken the voodoo? Yes, they have! It's all over! Referee Bill Harrigan votes full time. The Raiders have done the impossible. The Canberra Raiders have won the Winfield Cup. The Canberra Leagues Cup. The Raiders Leagues Cup going berserk. The Canberra fans here at the stadium going berserk. The footballers going berserk. Those who are wearing green jumpers anyway. The champagne's already started. Balmain can't believe it. Balmain are sitting on the football ground, absolutely stunned. There's the story.
Well, there it is. Canberra 19. Now, let me tell you the scorers. Belcher, who was a superb player today. Ferguson, who was equally superb and scored a massive try. Jackson, Meninga kicked 3 goals. O'Sullivan a field goal. For Balmain, Grant and Sheridan scored tries, and Courier 3 goals.
Well, there it is. The jubilation of it all. And the sadness of everything. Wayne Pearce, that tells you everything. He cannot believe it. They were so close. As Dean Lance is hoisted above the players' shoulders. The cameraman looking for that magic photograph that will say it all. Mal Meninga, tears from the big man. And here's David Fordham.
Oh, Mal, tears of joy, pal. I can't believe it. This is the greatest thing that's ever happened to me in football.
Mal,
unbelievable.
Is this the greatest moment you've ever had?
Yes, by far. By far, best player for Australia, best player for Queensland. This is what it's all about, winning the grand final.
Mal, the spirit in that Canberra side in defence in the last 30 or 40 minutes, how do you rate it?
Well, that's our best performance this year. For that matter of fact, I'm glad it came today.
Mal, go and enjoy it.
Thanks,
well
David.
done, fantastic.
Graham
Gary
Hughes is
Belcher.
down there somewhere.
Gary Belcher, unbelievable at half-time. Nothing seemed to be bouncing for you.
Yeah, it wasn't going our way, but as has happened in the last 7 or 8 games we had to win, we've been coming home pretty strong, and we knew if we hung in there, Graham, we could do it, and as you saw, mate, we did it.
$1,000 from the State Bank straight into a State One account. I know there's not going to be much of that left after it.
It's going straight in the bar for the boys, fair dinkum. The guys played exceptionally well up the middle. Everyone said that the Balmain forwards are going to beat us, and our guys proved today that they can match them.
Get over there and keep celebrating.
Thanks,
well done. Gary Belcher, our State Bank Man of the Match. And our viewer who won the State Bank Man of the Match competition is Jason Burnell, who correctly nominated Gary Belcher. We'll be back a little bit later on for the big $5,000 State Bank draw.
Well, there it is. That's an amazing performance from Gary Belcher. And all those Canberra Raiders, they deserve all the praise you could possibly give them. But look at those faces on the Balmain Tigers. They just cannot believe this has happened. They went in as red-hot favourites, but Timmy Sheen's there with Dean Lance. What contrast. How's that for a contrast? Look at that. The Canberra Raiders' jubilation and the Balmain Tigers' devastation. I don't know what they're saying too well. I hope it's clean. That's all I can say. Just an amazing performance. They're all enjoying this moment. And Gary Jack with Russell Gartner, who's announced his retirement, trying to console Gary Jack. Benny Elias, so devastated. We are the winning team, all right. The champagne flowing all over the camera lens as well. Lauren Ryan, well, I wonder the decision to replace Roach and Sirenen when they were in front. You couldn't blame him, but it certainly fell back. And Dean Lance probably had his career extended by 20 minutes. With that 10 minutes each way extra. He's announced that he's going to retire. And there are the supporters here that have come in their thousands from the nation's capital, really enjoying the moment, and the wives and sweethearts and the supporters all here sharing the excitement of the moment with the Canberra Raiders. Wayne Pearce gathering his players because the official side of this grand final is about to happen. The players have their commitments. They'll receive their shields. Let's go to the presentation area in Timmy Webster.
Well, Chris, been there since day one. A great moment for the Raiders.
Bottom to the top, yeah. I thought they've been bagging us all week, the forwards and that, and they come out and did the job today. We just held in there. Balmain, what a great team, yeah. It's a shame there can only be one winner today.
Great effort, Chris. Congratulations.
Thanks very much.
Bradley Clyde, can you believe it, an Australian jumper for you this year now in grand final?
Mate, it's all just happened, hasn't it? In 1 year, you couldn't ask for more.
You put it to rest, that myth about fourth or fifth, now it's gone.
Fourth or fifth, it can be done. Don't worry about that. We had the players, that's all.
Well done, big second half. Everything was bouncing their way by half-time.
Yes, that's right. We said at half-time we can do it, and we just took it from there.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, the Canberra supporters still enjoying the moment. They'll be celebrating long into the early hours of the morning as Wayne Pearce walks over to Mal Meninga. The two captains congratulate and console each other.
Particularly for Junior. The rest of
Wayne
the Tigers
Pearce has announced that he's going to play again, maybe better luck next year. Let's go to Timmy Webster on the official presentation area as they call up the players.
Come on, Junior. Ladies and gentlemen, give him a big hand. A very, very gallant Tigers side indeed, but it just wasn't to be. Wayne Pearce.
Distinguished Dean Lance, the script's been written. Is this the last game?
Oh, mate, certainly, yeah. That's the way I hoped it'd finish, and I reached the top of the mountain, son. I reached it.
Well, the gold medals are waiting. Congratulations, Rob.
The scoreboard did indicate that there was a difference between the sides, and if we had won, I suppose we didn't deserve it. So congratulations to the Canberra, and we'll try and get here again next year.
Come on, Tigers, up you come. Benny and the rest of the boys.
Well, you heard Wayne Pearce. Brave words from a man who's so bitterly disappointed. but that's what you expect from a great sportsman like him. He'll be back next year, bigger and better than ever. And maybe the Tigers can go just one better. Well, the Balmain supporters can't believe this. Many in the crowd can't believe it. They were so close. But the winners, what do they say? The winners can please themselves. Well, Mal Meninga and these boys can certainly please themselves tonight. Gary Jack, he was stunned, he was shattered, just couldn't get up off the ground. And Warren Ryan, the coach of the decade, just couldn't get there today.
Referee Bill Harrigan and his touch judges, Mr. Weeks and Mr. Ryan. Now, ladies and gentlemen, to present the Clive Churchill Medal, Ken Arthurson.
Ladies and gentlemen, before I do make this presentation, what a game of football. And whilst I feel desperately saddened for fellas like Wayne Pearce and his Balmain Tigers, there's no doubt at all it's one of the gutsiest wins I've seen by a side for a long, long time, and congratulations to the Canberra Raiders. Ladies and gentlemen, the normal practice of the Rugby League is to award the player who is the best player in the grand final an award designed to commemorate the memory of a man whose skill and courage made him a legend in the game of rugby league. I refer, of course, to the man we all call the Little Master, the late Clive Churchill. The winner of the award today for the best player in the 1989 grand final is Canberra's Bradley Clyde.
This is great, isn't it? I can't believe it. Mate, we've done it by 1 point. We've done it the hard way. I'd just like to thank Balmain. They're a great side. They've done it tough all year as well. But also, the fellas that I played with, I couldn't have wished to play with a better side all year. And it wouldn't be possible. I'd like to thank Dean Lance as well. He's a great captain. And thank you, Canberra.
And while you're there, Bradley, I'm sure all you Canberra supporters want to hear from the big fella. Let's get the skipper up stage. Mal Meninga up here. Mal.
Well, first of all, I suppose I better thank Balmain. Obviously, they deserve to be in the grand final, but they're going to be a one winner, unfortunately. I know it's an old cliche, but I thought we were the better side of the day, and we deserved it. Just a couple of thank yous. Obviously, thank our team. Great character today. We were down against the odds. We come through. It was a magnificent effort. Certainly the best moment of my life. Tim Sheens, all the staff, all our supporters who come here today, all the supporters back in Canberra, thanks very much. And in particular, I can't be remiss me if I didn't think Jim Woodger, who's been the sponsor for such a long time, unfortunately can't be sponsored next year. This is for you, Jim.
Grab your medals before you go, boys. Grab your medals, stick them somewhere. Don't get that while you're up here. Just trying to sort out shields and cups and medallions and a whole box of dice. Okay, Raiders supporters, here's the rest of the side. Give them a hand too as they come up. There goes Brad and Dean and Mel. with the cup and the shield.
Well, there it is, a photograph that you'll see in your newspapers and in magazines. The victorious Canberra Raiders gathered around the Winfield Cup and the J.J. Gilman Shield.
Here's your coach, Raiders, Tim Sheens.
You've seen what has been probably one of the great grand finals of all time today. It had everything. Above all, it had quality, and I'm sure there was no caution given for any foul play in this game today, which speaks volumes for the spirit in which it was played. But of course, every time you have a winner, you have a loser. And as it was last year, it's the Balmain Tigers who were disappointed, but the Canberra Raiders, victorious in the 1989 Winfield Cup.
Now, you blokes are going to go on your lap of honour. We're going to have to turn the lights on. Eh?
It's traditional, of course, that
they want to see you. The
premiers
supporters want to see you.
Do a lap of honour.
Photographers.
That's exactly what the Canberra Raiders are about to do here at the Sydney Football Stadium.
You Raiders supporters,
enjoy the moment with them
1989
as they salute the fans
about to run past you.
And show the J.J. Gilman Shield and the Winfield Cup champion for 1989.
We hit them hard, so they see green. We're big and strong, we're fast and lean. That's why we're called the Green Machine. We're bad and mean, Green Machine. Feel some man on the ACT. Don't try to stop these men in green. 'Cause we'll hit ya, and you'll see green.
Very proud man. For the first time ever, the Rugby League champions are outside of Sydney as the Canberra Raiders savour the moment. Dean Lance, some memorable tackles that man made today. Wives and sweethearts of the Canberra players just as happy as their fellas. Big Mal. You saw tears of joy from the big man. Gary Belcher. She was what a player. We saw some new stars created today, and we saw established stars reiterate what great champions they are. The lap of honour almost completed as they've gone 2/3 of the way around the football stadium. Will hang proudly in the Raiders Leagues Club over the next 12 months. And Tim Sheen's a rare smile on the face of the coach. Gary Belcher giving a cheerio call to Peter Jackson in Brisbane. I'm sure Jacko and Sam Backo would be thrilled for their former teammates. The sign says it all, don't they? Belcher brilliance certainly was that. Chicka Ferguson holding the JJ Gilman shield. He was the man with his little fella perched on his shoulders. It was old Chicka, his try that sent the game into extra time. What a game Chicka Ferguson had. The photographers want more shots. Jimmy Sheens and Chicka Ferguson. Yeah, the old winger and the relatively new coach. Chicka played in the grand final for Newtown back in '71. They lost that day. Missed out 2 years ago, he wasn't there, but Tim Sheen's his first ever premiership. The hard-working coach certainly deserves it.
He hits it, he's got it!